Hey guys, what's going on? Happy holidays once again. Today I woke up and I had really hooded eyes, so I wanted to go ahead and show you guys what I'll typically do if my eyes are like super hooded. As you can see, I lift my eyebrows a lot, especially during tutorials, so you guys can kind of see the shadow that's on my mobile lid, which is why I have a big old wrinkle right there. But if I wasn't doing that, my eyes would be really hooded like this and you could barely see what's going on. So when that happens, I like to kind of play with my lower lid and add a pop of color down there. Like today, I have a pop of green, which is what I'm gonna go ahead and show you in this tutorial. I also realized a lot of times I buy a palette and then I never touch it again for a tutorial. So I just did a look on the You Had Me at Hello palette and I'm using the same palette today along with the Smashbox palette that I have, but really I'm only using 2 green colors in it. So you don't need the Smashbox palette, you just need green, basically. And the same thing with the You Had Me at Hello palette. You don't need that palette if you have similar colors. Go in your collection, get creative. So today we're doing just kind of like a spotlight eye once again. Oh, by the way, I've had a lot of trouble with my lashes, so my eye is basically watering and my foundation is coming off, so we'll ignore that little area. Maybe I'll show you this eye instead. But I did take this green shade and I kind of winged it upwards so you guys can see that just for a little something different. It's not dramatic at all. It's super subtle. People might not even notice it, but when that one person does notice it, you're gonna be like, yes, I do. I love that about makeup, when you do like a tiny touch of something and somebody notices. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this look right here, go ahead and keep watching. Hi Theo. You guys, this robe is so extra. It's like furry everywhere. It's from Pottery Barn, but I am living for it right now. So this lash on the inner corner is not wanting to stay down, so let's just deal with it. I'm not actually going out, so I'm not gonna worry about it. So sorry about that. I'm just over trying to stick it down. These lashes are on like their last leg anyway, so I'm probably gonna toss them after this. But with all that said, let's go ahead and get this started. Today I'm using the You Had Me at Hello palette by ColourPop, and then I'm just using a couple green shades in this Smashbox Art Love Color palette. Just a couple green colors, so you don't really need this palette. You just have to have some like green colors hanging around. So let's go ahead and get into this. This one is so easy. The first thing I'm gonna do is take this color right here in the ColourPop palette. This is just like the perfect crease color for me. I love it, and I'm taking this on my LA Girl 202 brush. I really like this brush because it deposits color in like the perfect amount and it just makes things go really quickly. So quickly gonna just throw that in the crease. And I talked about this in my last tutorial. Sometimes I bring the crease color all the way in here where like my nose kind of contours, but today I'm bringing it kind of down a little further, like towards where my natural crease is, if that makes sense. And I'm wearing the Marc Remarcable foundation today. I haven't worn it in a long time and it's making my skin look so super dry. So you'll probably notice that on camera, especially around my forehead area. Sorry, I'm probably not gonna wear this foundation again. This foundation just dries my skin out too much. I just haven't worn it for a long time and I wanted to wear a full coverage foundation. So yeah, so I'm just gonna throw this in the crease and then I'm just gonna kind of really quickly take that down onto the rest of my lid lightly. So I'm not really picking up color and depositing it onto my lid. I'm just taking whatever is left and then kind of shimmying my brush down. Right, so that took all but a minute. And the next thing I'm gonna do is go into the slightly darker shade right here, and I'm gonna pick that up on a more precise brush. Let's just go ahead and go in with my MAC 222. It looks like this, and I'm just gonna put that into the outer corner to give the eye a little bit of dimension. And I've talked about this before, where my lash line starts to go up, that's where I stop the color. I don't extend my eye out or anything like that. That works for a lot of people, but unfortunately, doesn't work for me. So I'm just using this to kind of place the color and then we'll blend in a little bit. I can already feel my eye is gonna start to water today, which is not good because of the look we're going for, but we'll make it work. Right, so that, and then I'm gonna lightly put it just in the inner corner. I'm not bringing this over my natural crease. I'm gonna get in there with a more precise brush. This is just the ColourPop E10, and just dip into that darker brown color and really get it in that inner corner there. There we go. And then also on the outer corner, right? So then I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush. This is a Morphe M505. I really like this for blending. I'm just gonna kind of blend that color out so it looks blended. It's Remarcable. I know I talked about it in my last video how well these shadows blend. I'm gonna use a different brush to blend in there because this is blending it out too much and I want that to be a little more precise. So I'm gonna go ahead and take, where is the brush I'm looking for? I'm gonna just take this Morphe M507 and blend that. Just like that. So simple. And then I'm just gonna take this Revlon Color Stay Cream Eyeshadow in the color 705. It's just kind of a frosty pearl color. That's probably the best description for it. And I'm going to just take that on a flat natural hairbrush. This is the MAC 213. I don't want like too much color to deposit, and if I was to use like a synthetic brush, I think that it deposits a little too much color. This step isn't really necessary because we are gonna go back over it with these two shimmer shades in the ColourPop palette. So if you have this palette and you don't have the cream shadow, don't feel like you have to do that. I'm just doing it for longevity, even though I'm taking this off after. And I don't know, I just always prefer to use a cream when I have a cream. So on the empty space that we haven't put any color really directly on, I'm just gonna tap my brush onto it. And I'm only doing this because it's like holiday time. Usually I kind of stick with more matte, but I think when you have a little shimmer around the holidays, it just kind of elevates a look. And I'm staying on my natural mobile lid. Right, just like that. It's not adding too much. I'm even gonna take my finger and just quickly touch over it so everything is nice and smooth and blended. And then again, we're just gonna go right into those two shadows in the ColourPop palette. And then I'm gonna take that same exact brush that I have no idea where, yep, there it is. And I'm going to go ahead and spray my brush. This is just the Smashbox Primer Water. You can use Fix Plus, you can use whatever you have. Normal water, whatever you've got. And I'm gonna dip back and forth between these two and then again, go right over what we just did. Just like that. And then I'm gonna go into that MAC 222. Yeah, that one right there. I'm not adding any color. In fact, I'm gonna kind of like brush off whatever I have on there on my arm. And then I'm just gonna kind of start to blend that outer color over so it doesn't look so like harsh between the shimmer and the matte colors. Sometimes I even go like right over it since we're not adding any color to it. We're just kind of blending. And then going back to that LA Girl 202, yeah. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of the first brown color that we started with, this guy right here. And I'm gonna go right over everything once again. And then if you feel like after you've blended you need to add just a touch more of the shimmer, which I do, I'm just gonna add a little more right there, right at that lash line where I want the most focus. And then I'm gonna take that ColourPop E10 once again, that pencil brush, dipping back into the two shimmer colors. I'm gonna highlight the inner corner. Right, so that is pretty much it for the top lid. Now the next thing we're gonna do is again dip into a cream shadow. If you don't have a cream shadow, you don't have to use this. This is again Revlon Color Stay Cream Shadow. This is the color 735. It's just a light sparkly green. Another good option for this would be using something if you wanted more like of a matte cream shadow, like the Lid Lingerie which looks like this. I love these. These are awesome. So whatever you have, and if you don't have anything, no worries. You don't have to use it. You can just use a green shadow. Again, I'm just doing this for the longevity, and I kind of like to use my cream products when I have a cream product. So again, taking that ColourPop E10, I'm just gonna start to line my lower lash line. And the reason I decided to do this today is because when I woke up today, my eyes were really hooded. I can't really talk when I do this, so let me just quickly do this. And I focus a little more shadow, like I pull it down a little bit in the middle. And then I'm gonna stop there because I'm gonna go in with a liner brush, the 208, which looks like this. Same cream shadow. And then take that on the inner, and I'm doing this because I want it to get thinner as it goes in, and I just have more control. And then the same thing, I'm going to start to kind of, see how I like winged out the green liner there? That's what I'm gonna do here. So I'm just gonna follow my natural lash line. And as I get like farther out with the wing, I kind of let go of pressure on my brush so that I get a nice like flip. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because when I woke up today, my lids were super, super hooded. And I was kind of explaining this in my last video. When my eyes are super hooded, I just like really, really struggle to make like top eyeshadow on my natural lid work. So sometimes I think it's kind of fun to play with your lower lid, which is always seen. Now we're gonna go ahead and intensify this. So this is when I'm taking, my dog is sitting there looking at me. Hi, buddy. This is when I'm gonna go in with that Smashbox palette, and I'm just gonna take this green color right here. And then I'm also gonna take a little bit of this when I kind of define the wings. So we'll call this one the lighter green, and then we'll call that the darker green. So starting with the lighter green, I'm gonna go in again with that ColourPop pencil brush. And I'm gonna first just go right over all the cream that we just did. Again, pulling it down a little. It's so hard to talk and do this for some reason. I'm gonna pull this up. Stopping right about there. And then I'm switching again to that smaller angled brush, and I'm just gonna bring that right in. And then going into the darker green, I'm gonna just outline that wing. Starting, I always like to kind of press down here first to get rid of some of the extra shadow, and then right over that wing, releasing pressure as you go out. And a little more here. Right? So then I'm going to blend that lower lash line with the MAC 222 that we were using. So just blend. So once you've blended that lower lash line, that's pretty much it. I've already done my inner corner highlight, but I am gonna go in with that Dose of Colors brush one more time just to kind of blend the two. There we go. So once we've blended all of that, I'm gonna go in with my Sephora Gold Liner. I love this liner around the holidays. I think a dark green liner would be really pretty as well. This one is called Suntan. Looks like this. I like this because it still kind of gives me like some dimension. It makes my eyes look a little more blue, but it also keeps my eyes looking open. If I had like a dark green liner, I'd probably try to use that today, but I'm just gonna go in with this. Just like that. And then I'm gonna tight line the upper lash line with just a black pencil. This is my Lancome Kohl eyeliner. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is just off camera, go ahead and curl my lashes, and then I'm going to apply my false lashes, which is the Meigas Lashes in the style Julia. They look like this. They're probably going out the door, like I was saying. I think this is like the last wear, but I've worn these at least 20 times. These are amazing, and these are like $6. Check these out if you haven't. So let me quickly apply this, and then I'll meet you back here in a second. Okay, you guys, lashes are on. I ended up switching lashes. I could not deal with those anymore. They were just looking really wonky. These are looking a little wonky too, but these are the Meigas Lashes in Wyatt. They're still drying. I had a hell of a time with the lashes, like my eye is watering, so you could see my foundation and concealer is coming off a little bit, but let's just get past that. And what is that on my face now? Beautiful. So yeah, this is the completed look. Again, this is just a really simple, festive, you could also wear this any time of the year type of look. You can totally team this with a red lip. I personally just like my red lips with like big lashes and that's it, which is why I didn't do that. I'm just wearing the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Celebrity Skin and then just a touch of the NYX Love Out Loud in the shade Confident on like the center to kind of give my lips some dimension. My highlight is the Dose of Colors Desi and Katie collection in Fuego. And that is it, you guys. This is a really simple, really fast look. I hope this was helpful to some of you. If you guys have any questions at all, please let me know below. I love to hang out with you in the comment section. I hope you guys have the best holiday ever. And if you're interested in seeing any more videos from me, please subscribe. It means the absolute world to me. And I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.